Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Wrestling Talking Kayfabe. Clayton and I had a little bit of a break last week, and now we're kind of getting into some interesting things that have been happening in the world of WWE. First thing, though, we got Backlash at Backlash coming up. At Backlash. And then we're going to go over some releases here to kind of start off with, because that's the biggest thing that's been in the news lately. Talk about the recap for past two Raws and Smackdown, and as well as get into the Backlash card a little bit, because that'll play into the releases. So, what release was the most surprising to you, Clayton?
Most surprising is probably, it's got to be Kairi Sane. I think that's more surprising than Alistair and Zelina. I think that's more surprising than the Wyatt Six, because Kairi Sane was in the middle of a fucking, she had something going on.
Mm-hmm.
Not like her, it was the custody battle from Io and Asuka for Kairi Sane, and now we have nothing to fight over, but they're still fighting at Backlash.
I completely agree. I'd say the only other one that may top that for me is the New Day, just because the New Day have been around for so long. But that was less of a release and more of a we're just kind of done with you guys. So
yeah, that's kind of my vibe. Was that one wasn't like, I guess I wasn't really considering it a release, and it felt more of a quit from them.
Yeah, I think they came to mutual agreement that they're just not going to renew their contract, and they weren't let go, but the contract wasn't renewed. Kind of like what happened with.
Well, no, the contract was fine. WWE wanted to restructure.
Oh, okay.
And the New Day didn't want to, so I guess mutually part ways at that point. I don't know if that's really mutual. I guess they were mutually mad at each other. Is what it seems like.
I mean, I would agree with that a lot, because it's just that was the other thing. It says they were involved. Kofi had stuff going on with Javon and everything, and so just I'd say them and Kyrie are probably Kyrie. I'd say is number one for me. I'm like, what the. She was supposed to be in Mania. Asuka and Io was supposed to happen in Mania, but then they couldn't as a backup. But then that got canceled because we only had 6 matches instead of 7.
Yeah, we had to have more odds.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is our first podcast since our WrestleMania live stream reaction, and this was after, because I've been going back and just rewatching some other stuff while I've been working on stuff, and at night, and I'm just I rewatched 41 compared to 42, and honestly, 41, for as lackluster as that main event is with how much they botched it, was just, it's miles above 42. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
CM Punk and Roman Reigns saved that card from just being a complete and total failure, but still.
But 41 felt like WrestleMania. This just felt like a 2-night PLE. 42 did.
Yeah, no, 42 felt like Saturday night's main event times 2, but we got Roman in it somehow.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, the other releases, I'll just go down the list. Of course, the Wyatt Six got released.
Wasn't surprised by that, but
I was more surprised that they released all of them. Uncle Howdy still feels like there's something there. Which, of course, though, I mean, they could have been like, we're releasing everybody but Uncle Howdy, and then he's just like, wait, no, I don't want to do that.
I would agree with that.
Could have happened. I don't know if that's what happened, of course, but could have. We had Alba Fire go. It's not really shocking, even though I think she's solid. She just was in booking hell. Apollo Crews, he had been the joke of the past year, somehow surviving all of the cuts. He doesn't survive this one. The Motor City Machine Guns, really solid tag team. Kind of sucks. They were like 5 or 6 tag team champions ago on the SmackDown tag.
Yeah, no, they were one of the linchpin tag teams of SmackDown, and SmackDown's tag division was just amazing. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like they'll do better in AEW anyway, because AEW cares a lot about their tag team scene.
Yeah, I was going to say they feel like a very AEW group, and I think they'll probably succeed pretty well over there. Aleister Black and Zelina, 2 people I see probably going straight to AEW as well. Aleister Black 2 months ago still pinned Randy Orton, and we never.
I got the look up. He pinned Sami Zayn, he pinned Randy Orton, and he pinned Damian Priest, all not in that exact row, but he pinned all three of them in a row.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be
And now
Pat
he's gone.
McAfee's character, but Pat McAfee's the next Sylvester Stallone here, so we can't have a Dutch man in there at all.
Yeah.
And you know
I
me,
did see a small rumor that I don't know. I don't believe this at all, but I'm gonna say it just because I saw it. That someone high up in TKO doesn't like paranormal things. So, which is why the Wyatt Six and the Aleister Blacks were such easy cuts.
yeah, I was seeing that too with like I think someone was saying that because I was watching a video last night by the hockey guy because he does like some stuff with like wrestling. And Santi was even talking about, is like, you can't treat WWE's product like it's the UFC in terms of like booking and sport. Like, it's entertainment first, and the stories and everything like that matter, and like the characters are supposed to be more driven. So you can't like take it super seriously. So having like these more sinister, dark characters is very good and healthy for the brand to kind of get those
Yeah.
more heel dynamics.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, one of the maybe a Mount Rushmore member for some people, The Undertaker. I mean, he's like one of the greatest of all time, and he was a full blown paranormal gimmick. So,
They literally called
if
him the
that's
Dead
true,
Man.
that's mind blowing. If that's like the reason that the Wyatt Six probably get released no matter what the beliefs are, but if that's actually the decision on Aleister Black, that's bizarre.
I think I think probably what happened with like the Wyatt. Also, the Wyatt Six to me, like cutting them after like 2 years and just kind of riding on Bray Wyatt's legacy is a wee bit distasteful in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we can't have a memorial faction and then just be like, oh hey guys, we don't like the spooky shit anymore, and we're just gonna put you in the feud from hell of just circling the
literally.
drain, which I also think is funny that was moving on a little bit further. We got rid of JC Mateo and Tongaloa.
Tongaloa. Jason Mateo, I see him probably going back to NJPW and just striving because he's a damn good wrestler. I don't think he fits that WWE style,
No.
and because he is just more of like a full blown good wrestler. So NJPW, maybe AEW, but his career definitely is far from over.
I think that's like the good thing is at least we have these other big prominent brands like TNA still around, AEW. So
Yeah,
like the scene is healthy for these like if somebody gets released, it's not the end of their career. Or they're not stuck on like the indie
yeah,
circuit from hell. So they can go
uh,
explore opportunities.
yeah, and yeah. I mean, there was other releases as well. I didn't put all of them on this list,
I mean, I feel
but
like if you're in
these are the
NXT, it
most
makes sense.
significant.
It's like either you worked or you didn't work out. And
Yeah. I think Zoe Stark was another one. I'm not too familiar with her though.
I think
So
she was an NXT girl,
was
and she
she?
had like the
Yeah.
title at one point. But I feel like with a lot of these uh, releases, it was just like they didn't know what to do with them, so they just released them, which is not really on
Yeah.
them as like a wrestler. It's more on like what stories are you getting
Booking.
from the writing. Which do you,
Yeah.
do you want to talk about that real quick about the news story that came out with that with the writing?
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they had already admitted this a while back.
Oh, really?
I was yeah, this was I don't know if they admitted it, but it was pretty leaked. Like this was pretty well known information that they had been doing that for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't people are I guess are just now getting it because it was an actual like full blown leak like in a conversation from a TKO executive.
I mean,
So I guess that's why people are a little more hinged on it now.
that makes sense. And also, they had
I
the
I, I
Sol Ruka and Zarya video, which was clearly AI generated.
oh I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Damn.
it was after like Zarya and Sol Ruka had the end of their feud. They had like a video promo the next week, and like Sol Ruka's on like a rainy beach and like makeup's running, and you're like, "That's this," and there's a
Uh
fire in the background. And you're like, "This is AI. There's no way you
damn.
guys did this."
Of course. Yeah, that doesn't shock me. Them riding with AI doesn't even kind of shock me at all. I mean, AI sucks, yeah, but uh, millionaires love it. They're gonna continue to love it. I'm not surprised that. I mean, we're gonna have football GMs here in the next 10 years. We're gonna find out that they were using AI
Maybe
to
that'll explain why the
make
Cardinals have just
decisions.
been complete ass for the
The
past.
Cardinals, they've just been running their organization through AI.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're rolling out this year with Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback, so that completely checks out.
And then the Rams drafted Ty Simpson 13th overall.
Yeah,
So,
and so I, yeah, I
no,
wouldn't be shocked when here in like 10 years when there, or even I mean sooner than that, when there's leaks that coaches are getting plays from AI, and that just is where we're at. So it doesn't surprise me that they're
it's not great. It's not great. But speaking of some great things,
no,
let's talk about the call
yeah,
ups because honestly,
positive.
the call ups I feel like are really hitting really good, and I'm hoping we can ride this wave to like creating some new good stories here.
Oh yeah,
I'd say my MVP of the call ups starting off with is probably Fatal Influence. They probably had
yeah,
the
they got Dirty Dominic heat.
oh, it's
Like,
crazy.
yeah, like you don't. I was listening. I forget which podcast it was, but I was listening to a podcast, and they were like, "That's heat that you don't just make. Like that's just naturally generated. We don't fucking like these people, and that's good to have as a heel."
Especially on SmackDown, because that women's division on SmackDown has just been circling the drain, and we've just needed some heels desperately. They tried with like
That
Jade and BFAB and Meacham, and it just wasn't working. But this hitting.
Yeah, I really hope that they go like they keep this a faction, but they also don't just turn it into one of those tag team factions that has a leader. Like
Mm.
I want this to be like a faction of three women who are just doing solo things. I don't think that's what I'm sure they'll do. JC Jane is the leader, and then the other two tag team, and then all three gold have gold at one time. But I would like to see JC Jane not beat Rhea Ripley, but go after Rhea Ripley while one of the other ones goes after who is it, Tiffy now that has it?
I think right now they're beefing with Charlexa. The other two are.
What I'm talking about the US
Oh
title.
yeah, Tiffy has the U.S. title, but they were
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
teasing the next SmackDown call up, which we'll talk about. Blake Monroe is
Oh
supposed
yeah.
to face off against her, so they're gonna
Okay, that makes sense. Tiffy, Blake Monroe, they're both blonde. Yeah.
get
Okay.
blonde. And she's talking about like the glamour for the United States because that's like her whole shtick is the glamour. Which honestly, I
Okay.
feel like because Chelsea's been like getting cozy with Tiffy. I feel like Chelsea, Blake Monroe, and Tiffy could create some fun magic there of just being like these
Hmm.
very eccentric, over the top characters. Kind of help boost Tiffy's character up a little bit because I know she's felt flat a little bit the past few weeks when I've been watching SmackDown.
So that makes me think then Fatal Influence will just kind of turn into one of those factions where JC Jane's going for a main title, and then the other two are going probably after the tag team titles that we'll talk about, of course, later,
Yeah, because
that are in the worst spot ever after being in such a good spot.
yeah, I will say they did interrupt the first like tag match there. Fatal Influence did, and that was their debut. And they were like, "We're here to kill all the legends. Like, screw you guys. We're the new kids
Yeah.
on the block."
But
Which
it
we're
does definitely seem like JC is going to have some kind of feud with Rhea first.
I think that's
They're gonna,
smart, you know.
yeah.
And then
Because who even else would there be, heel wise, besides just running back Jade? But good
no
lord.
one, unless you want to make Charlotte
Yeah.
heel, but Charlotte's is kind of over, so I don't really think you want to turn that
Yeah,
story right
I
now.
really thought that that was gonna be gone, and then but they're just still people love them, so I guess fuck it, why not just keep them together?
Yeah, I agree with that. And also, I think Charlotte's enjoying it because she's naturally over with the crowd, and it's the first time in her career where she's been, like, naturally over and doesn't feel forced, and the crowd's enjoying her and not booing her over
Right.
stuff. So I think it's a natural fit for them. Helps kind of build up some of the other younger talent, too, and kind of stepping away from
Yeah.
that. Plus, also,
Well,
Charlotte Flair can and Alexa Bliss can enter the main picture scene whenever, and, like, no one's going to
anytime they
have a
want
problem with
to.
it.
Yeah. But then we got the Raw call ups as well. We got Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, and Sol Ruka. That's a nice little trio of oh, well, actually, no, we missed one on SmackDown. I missed one. Ricky
Oh,
Saints.
yeah, we got Ricky.
He immediately beefed with Cody.
Apparently, they're friends in real life, is what I
Hmm.
read. So, like, a good debut for him. Uh, why don't we do a little SmackDown recap with his debut there? Because we got some roster changes too, which is really
Yeah,
interesting. So at the end of their beef, Ricky Saints eats a pin clean, which go face Cody. He's
of
not gonna.
course. Yeah.
It's close, and then Gunther out of nowhere just comes up and starts putting Cody in a sleeper hold.
Yeah, which makes me, I don't know if they're brand switching or if they're trying to get a, I hope that they're just trying to get away from the brands and it's just one cohesive unit with 2 episodes every week. I don't think that's where they're going. I'm sure they're just switching brands for Gunther, but
Mm.
I would really enjoy if they just created this one show.
I feel like that would be better, just cohesively, especially with what they're doing story wise. I mean,
Hmm.
especially, I would say, I think it's more of a roster change just because they're talking about how, like, these people are signed to Raw, especially the new people.
Yeah,
But I think Gunther being on SmackDown is needed because we don't have, like, a true heel over there in the men's side either.
not like a top one.
No.
Yeah.
And, like, if Gunther's not going to retire people, he needs to go after a title. And if he's not
Yeah.
going after, like, Roman, which clearly he's not because we got Jacob Flat too with that mix, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I think it makes sense for Gunther to be over on SmackDown. He's a very technically solid wrestler. He can work with a lot of people and just put people to sleep. I could see him, like, being the new, like, Cody killer, getting the title off of Cody super easy there, and, like, kind of being what Drew McIntyre was supposed to be.
Right. Yeah. No, absolutely.
And then the other person I think that's gonna act well. Do you want to talk more roster and or recap?
Go
Or,
ahead. Just go with where you're going.
I'm thinking CM Punk also comes over to SmackDown too,
Yeah.
just because of like they had it was the Raw after Mania. Cody came out, and then CM Punk just stares at the title and goes, "I'm happy." It's like I don't know when then my next title shot's gonna be, and then Cody was kind of teasing it like anytime, anywhere, like I'll challenge you for this. So I feel like
Yeah.
Cody, Gunther, and CM Punk could have like a cool main event feud kind of going on there.
Yeah, maybe. I do think that that's more. I don't think that will be until CM Punk wins like Money in the Bank or something like that.
Oh, that's true.
I think we're probably looking at Punk versus whoever the SmackDown champion is next WrestleMania.
I could see that.
Yeah, I don't know if that will be Cody. It probably shouldn't be until then, unless there's been a couple changes back and forth and he has a couple good feuds.
Mm.
But I think I imagine CM Punk's next world opportunity, which is kind of a stretch to say because he would go like a year at that one, but like a true one that it feels like he could win will probably be WrestleMania.
I could see that. I could see him winning a chamber and going after.
Chamber, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank. He's gonna win some. I know that like he's one of those. I don't like him winning those because it feels like he should just be able to insert himself anytime.
Mm-hmm.
But it just kind of feels like he's that's what's going to happen.
I can.
He's kind of. I feel like he's on that Seth Rollins path from last year.
Oh yeah, dude, that does make sense. Every
But
LA.
it's just a different because Money in the Bank's scheduled at a different time
Yeah,
this year
it's
or a
in
different month.
October, so we could see a
Yeah.
cash in at either Survivor Series Rumble, which I kind of like Money in the Bank being like later in the year rather than like SummerSlam, because then it's like,
My only pushback on that is you get the main good PLEs too jumbled up that way.
that's fair.
Because I don't want. I actually, which of course they've created great moments doing it. I don't love the Money in the Bank winner cashing in at WrestleMania
That's fair.
because that's someone's WrestleMania moment that they earned from the Royal Rumble or the Chamber or from retaining from one of those people, of
Mm.
course. And so I don't know. I enjoyed the Money in the Bank being where it was.
No, that makes sense because like I feel like if you can insert it in SummerSlam or like Survivor Series, that feels like a more natural fit. Where like Mania, why are we having this? Like I feel like Money in the Bank and Mania needs to be like a last resort kind of a situation, like what they did with like Roman and Brock, where nobody wanted Roman to win that title.
Yeah. And then like I believe because Seth did the heist
Mm-hmm.
on WrestleMania. If you're gonna do something like that, then like, all right, cool. But if
But
you're gonna save the fucking Money in the Bank for WrestleMania, it better be a heist to like moment.
mm-hmm. Because I think the last Money in the Bank WrestleMania moment was Damian Priest cashing in on Drew McIntyre, and that felt like, eh, eh.
Nah, a lot of people didn't like it. I know.
And all right, let's talk about. We got way off topic here with our Raw call
Yeah,
ups. So Ruka, I think is great. I think she's probably going to be the next like Rhea Ripley-esque star. She's got the look, she's got the moves, she's got the charisma for it, and they're treating her very well. So I think she's probably going to go to the mid card. I could see her having a really good feud with like Becky Lynch to kind of build up those chops a bit.
didn't she come out to live already?
She did come out to live, and she lost to live.
Yeah, yeah. That wasn't for the title though, was it?
I think it was a title match, but then like Raquel and Roxanne got involved, and Judgment Day fuckery.
Did they give her? I don't think they gave her a title match though. Already.
I'll let you look that up while I talk about the other two. So we got Ethan Page. I have not heard too much about him, but I know he's already got a built-in feud with Javon Evans that they've been showing off a little bit. He is a smarmy heel, which I kind
It
of.
was a title match. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
I'd say with her losing, I feel like I wouldn't surprise me if she went for a main title, but I feel like working with Becky Lynch would be a little bit better because Becky likes taking care of like the young up and coming stars. Her getting like a nice fun IC title workhorse reign, I think would be good.
Yeah, that very well could be it then. Yeah. I guess they just gave her the title match just to like show that we're taking this woman serious. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
who it is. Because the Ricky Saints, that wasn't a title match
Oh, it
against
wasn't.
Cody, right? I don't think it was. I could be wrong on that one, but I don't think
I'll let you look it up.
it was.
But and then we'll talk about the Raw IC picture because I think that one to me is the most interesting right now.
Yeah. No, it's okay. So that wasn't a title match. Yeah, Ricky
Okay.
Saints wasn't it?
Okay.
It's interesting how they decide who gets an opportunity and who doesn't.
Yeah, to me, like that is very interesting.
I don't think either of them should have gotten it,
No,
but
no. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, Sol Ruka is popular. I wouldn't say she's popular enough to do like a page. I'm gonna take the title off you for after
yeah,
Mania. But moving on from Sol Ruka, let's talk about the Raw IC title picture because we got two call ups that are probably gonna get inserted into that most likely. We got Ethan Page. He's already been messing with Penta. Him and Rusev are kind of like coexisting together and beating up Penta, which has been kind of fun because Ethan's just a smarmy little shithead. So it's
yeah,
kind of. He's like a dislikable version of Dom.
right.
So I feel like that's also kind of needed there, which makes, Penta get some good pops. Rusev's.
Yeah, and I think he's probably actually the one who takes it from Pinto.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I think
And
that's pretty. They should 100% do that
I think so.
because the only reason you don't do that with Joe Hendry is because he doesn't need that.
Joe Henry doesn't need that, no.
No,
Um,
Ethan Page for us to take him serious, an IC title would be really nice right off the rip.
Exactly. And then, if he gets some heel heat, we can make a bit more babyface Javon because Javon's technically never beat Ethan for a title. And then you can
Yep.
get some good stories that way, and you're getting your new characters involved, and that would be a good SummerSlam from like now to SummerSlam kind of dynamic.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I think so with the other Raw call of Joe Hendry, I think that that's probably our Backlash mystery opponent or mystery
Ooh.
tag partner.
Oh, that would be fun. We just get two comedy characters and we'll
Yeah.
just have four comedy characters.
Which I will say,
together.
Miz and Kid on SmackDown, so probably not, but that's what I want to happen and I'm predicting to happen.
Yeah, because Danhausen hasn't been on Raw in like the past like few weeks, so I feel like he's a
No.
SmackDown guy now.
Yeah.
And
So actually, that probably doesn't happen with Joe Hendry, but Joe Hendry, like you said, is more of the comedy gimmick. So, like, he's not going to be jumping right at a title shot.
I mean, we could talk about his debut. He did his like concert shtick where he talks about firing Logan Paul Logan
Can we
Paul had me.
fire Logan Paul?
Logan Paul had me fucking dying when he came out because he was just screaming,
Just all
"Hey,
like a little
hey!"
pissed off kid. Like, hey, stop.
Stop! He's just losing his shit, and it was like honestly some of the funniest stuff I've seen in a while outside of Danhausen, where you're just like, oh my god, this is great.
Yeah.
So
But I don't think so. Do you think that that was supposed? Was that just a one-off between Joe Hendry and Logan Paul?
no,
I
I think
think
that's the
so.
next feud for them.
You think so? They're gonna feud?
Oh yeah, because
Interesting. So you don't think the Vision goes back for shoot. They're the tag team
the
title
other tag team
champions, right? Yeah,
champions,
yeah.
I think.
So do you think Hendry finds a partner?
No, I don't think Hendry finds a partner. I think they keep the tag titles on ice. Logan gets to hold the tag titles for a while, unless like because we also don't know what's going on with like the Usos and the Bloodline. So let's keep Logan champion, but not really defend it like the Judgment Day were.
Yeah. I don't think we get Joe Hendry and Logan Paul anything. I
Okay,
think that this was just a one-off, just to set up a funny little thing. Just then we got the Street Pop Profits immediately after that.
that's true. That's who Logan and Austin Theory are gonna
Yeah,
feud with.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
I think that that was just a one-off, and Joe Hendry is probably. I'm a little scared he's gonna get stuck somewhere in like purgatory.
he definitely is, but the thing about Joe Hendry is the way they were treating him on NXT was just up. Like the best way I can describe it is he's like a happy-go-lucky version of the Undertaker, where he just appears and just starts beating
Appears.
someone's ass. So
Yeah, but he smiles the whole time.
he does exactly. So I could see. You know, what would be really funny, and I know this is going to be absolutely stupid, is if Dom just starts calling on Joe Hendry.
I see. I actually think that that's probably where he goes next, is to like just beef with some random people like Dom, because I think we're stuck with Dom. Dom's gonna be stuck for a second too,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that they're probably gonna wait until they start getting him and Ray beef back. But I
Mm-hmm.
also think that they're gonna wait for WrestleMania to pay that off.
I could see
So I
that.
think we're stuck to where Dom might not be doing a whole lot.
No, and like Finn was meddling around in the clubhouse last week, so he's got something going on with
And him and JD do
Roxanne.
have a match Monday.
Okay. So,
Tomorrow, yeah.
and also I know Joe Hendrick's from Scotland, so that Scotland Irish Ireland connection could be something to where like
Yeah.
I feel like with Finn calls on Joe Hendry in his match and Joe Hendry appears to be like Finn's buddy for a little bit could be interesting and fun.
Yeah, yeah, because I guess Finn is baby. That could, yeah, we could see something with that. Where Joe Henry gets involved with the dismemberment, I guess, of
Hmm.
the New Day that is eventually going to happen.
Oh yeah. See, and like they're teasing it, so I think that's an easy way to insert him here. You know, bring some levity, kind of have like a jokey haha, and just like Finn puts over kind of Joe Hendry as like a baby face. We take them seriously, and because they're like
Yeah,
a weird like upper mid card, I would say, or like
yeah,
lower main card because they're not mid card because they're not fighting for the IC title, but they're definitely not main card right now because we got Roman and the Samoan Vortex going on.
yeah.
So
But then with all those call ups, you have the Instagram and Twitter posts of the IWC who don't understand developmental leagues and understand they love. I bet that they love single A baseball. The IWC, I bet they fucking yearn for single A baseball. But no, I'm just making fun of them freaking out. What's NXT gonna do? It's like,
they're
brother,
gonna get new stars.
they're
It's a
gonna call up their
developmental
own
league.
people, which is how we get Lizzie Rain, which has a
Oh,
badass finisher.
oh, dude, that was a really cool one. She's got like a fun gimmick. She's like, I am an '80s
Yeah,
rocker through and through.
80s hairband. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty sweet. We got Evil, who debuted on NXT immediately went after, I believe, the NXT title holder.
Correct. Because he said he wanted to
But
start in NXT and not be main roster.
yeah, and then we have my personal favorite, who moonsaulted the NXT title holder, and that is Will Cruz.
Oh,
I
is
have
that
no
who that?
fucking idea who this guy is.
Oh,
But he's the NXT fat guy. John Cena loves him.
oh,
He's
okay.
standing up for fat guys everywhere. He did the shirt pulled down after he did the moonsault. and he's top tier
So he's like if
entertainment.
Otis could jump off the ropes.
He's not that big. Yeah,
Okay.
he's not like Otis big. He's just like not a fit big guy either. Like
Okay.
he's just your stereotypical fat dude, and I'm really ready to just like be all in on this guy, Will Cruz.
All right. He looks to be fun. I'm excited for Evil, although they're changing him to Raijin something.
Oh, he has a different name.
He's gonna have a different name because he's from New Japan and that's his New Japan name. So WWE's trademarking his like new
Yeah, they're
W.
scared that a paranormal thing will haunt TKO if they keep his name evil.
That's true. That is true. Although he's married to Io Sky, so he'll probably go
Is he
straight.
really?
Yeah,
I was very unaware of that.
yeah, that's his wife. So he's probably going.
He's probably on that Joe Hendry route then, where he beefs with the NXT title holder for a little bit, and then it's like, all right, come on up, buddy.
Yeah, go to Raw.
Because Joe Hendry was in NXT for like 3 months.
Yeah, he did a good he had a good run, and I feel like NXT is good for like the new guys to like learn the WWE style, and then you can also see if
Yeah.
like they're gonna work in WWE or if you just want to like cut them. So
Right.
I would say overall with these new call ups, and although the releases are sad and they don't make a lot of sense, I'm at least excited to see where they're going with all this new talent.
I think the call ups outweigh the releases
I would agree with that.
intensely.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like at least we're like because especially with like the Wyatt Six, Alba Fire, and the other two MFTs, like they weren't doing really anything with them. So it's like go find greener pastures kind of elsewhere and let's get something
Right.
new going in.
Yeah.
So
But we kind of spent quite a bit on that, so we can do some quick recap and real quick and then get into the backlash card.
then we
Uh,
talk.
we
Okay,
go ahead.
you go ahead.
I was just gonna say we had on Monday Night Raw this latest episode. We had Seth and Braun building up more beef,
Did you
which then
see
of
that
course
promo?
led to their backlash. Yeah, Braun's really good on the
I
mic.
am a revolutionary.
Yeah.
The visionary did that was fucking
Braun's fucking hilarious.
goated.
And then yeah, I think Seth called Braun not even the best Steiner in the building or something like that.
Yeah,
Or
he
his
did.
family or something.
It was a good one.
Yeah, we got their backlash match. Is there a stipulation? Have they said if there's a
No,
stipulation yet?
there's not. I'm predicting that this is going to be like a 3 match feud that ends at
Yeah.
SummerSlam to kind of
Yeah, with a blood feud.
yeah.
So we start with a non-stipulation match. Someone
Mhm.
will get a not clean pin because the Division will get involved. It'll probably be Braun pinning Seth Rollins.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, this is a match. I mean, this should have been the WrestleMania match.
It should have been, but I think to kind of get Braun over into that next like Roman Reigns-esque feud, we need some time to kind of build him.
Yeah, you can't throw Braun right back in the main title picture, unfortunately.
No.
I mean, if the injury never happens, there's a chance he's our champion right now.
I would agree with
There's
that.
a really high chance.
Or
But with injuries happening, you don't just get to come back and be in the main title picture unless you're like Cody Rhodes.
no,
So,
exactly. I agree with that. And I think this would be good. We can reestablish Braun as a character, reestablish the Vision as a faction, try to get some heat on them kind of going into this next season here. So to me, it
Yeah.
makes sense. Then in the
we have Penta beating Rusev.
yes,
Was that a title match?
it was a title
Can't
match.
remember. It was. That's what I thought.
So
Rusev is one of those guys that always gets IC title shots just because he should.
I mean, he's Rusev. He's like kind of like the Penta kind of caught him in a weird roll up thing, and then like Rusev just turned around. They were in Laredo, Texas, so there was no fucking way Penta was gonna lose. Laredo's like
Yeah.
the southern tip of Texas on the border,
Okay, yeah.
so there was so many Penta masks in the crowd and everything. So it was just like, yeah, of course. Ethan Page was sitting ringside, kind of like how Trick Williams had been.
Yeah.
So
because that's what AI recycled.
Yeah, pretty much. And then afterwards, Rusev starts attacking Penta because he kind of got caught on there in like a roll up situation. And then afterwards, Ethan Page gets up and they're just like, hey, you want to beat the shit out of Penta, and then they both start beating the shit out of Penta, and then Javon came in and saved Penta. So I think we're probably gonna get some stuff going on there with like a fatal 4-way situation here soon.
I don't think it'll be Fatal 4-Way. I think we'll probably get some tag team stuff going on.
That makes
And then
sense.
eventually Ethan Page will take the title from Penta. And then it'll end up just leading to Javon. We're going to get our lick back, but it's going to be Javon getting our lick back. And then Penta's just going to be gone from the IC title picture doing whatever he does next.
I think that's smart because then we can get the Lucha Brothers back.
Yeah, that's my assumption. With Rey Fenix surviving these cuts, I'm assuming the Lucha Brothers are coming back.
And they cut a ton of tag stuff
shit.
too. So it was like... And
that is true. That's a good point. The Wyatt Six, you got a lot of the MFTs, you got
Motor City
the
Machine
New
Guns.
Day, Motor City Machine Gun. Yeah, tons of tag teams gone. So the Lucha Brothers are. I mean, this is very clear. That's what's going.
And like they're a fun
they'll be a tag team within the next 2 months.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. And then you could have them going up and down to AAA, and like I think Rey Fenix comes over to Raw because Raw is like more tied with AAA, so that just kind of makes sense with that kind of brand synergy.
That does kind of, yeah, actually, I didn't realize that, but that is true.
So, then afterwards, we got Becky having an open challenge, which was honestly probably contender for match of the year.
Yeah, they just randomly threw on like a fucking 5-star match. That's what Io Sky does, man. That's what Becky Lynch does. Like,
she's so good.
They put on matches. Yeah, they're just, I mean, Io Sky's the best wrestler in the world.
I would agree with that. She's did good. You know, Becky was trying to be all smarmy. He was just like, oh, I don't want to do this match. And then, what's his face?
That was fun.
It was like, no, we're doing this right now. So.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. And then, of course, Becky retained with Asuka helping because that set up the match between, finally, we get Io and Asuka at Backlash.
At Backlash.
Also should have just been a Mania match.
100%. 100%.
They haven't announced since her release this. I mean, from my sources very close to me, this was going to be a Kairi Sane ladder match for custody.
Did they?
Yes.
Are they gonna put like the papers up on a little hook?
Yeah, that's what was going to happen. But with the Kairi Sane release, they can't do it. Unfortunately,
it's just who gets to be the senpai.
Yeah,
I am. You just put the senpai title up.
They really fumbled this, man. They really could have had some fun with this. They could have had some fun.
They really could have. But that was a good one. This is probably match of the night. Then we get Joe Henry's Raw debut. We talked about that a little bit earlier.
Logan Paul. Yeah.
Street Profits.
And then, of course,
And then the IWC in their infinite wisdom here, which...
What did they say?
They're mad that Obafemi is having an open challenge. Because
what the fuck do you mean they're mad about this?
Well, we should go from actual stories. I'm just like, no... Obafemi is the new Brock Lesnar.
This is his story, is that, yeah, exactly what you were about to say, is he's a monster and he's ready to kill anyone in his path.
Yeah, so do you know what we need to do with Obafemi? Keep him present because everybody wants to see Oba.
Oh no, I'm so mad I have to see 7 minutes of Oba squashing someone every Monday. Darn it. Like, what? How are we mad about this? Monday, I said Sunday.
If you're just listening to this to the first time, you don't know what IWC is. That is the internet wrestling community, and it is full of brain dead takes. I love hopping on wrestling Reddit.
They want everyone to be the WWE champion, but they want no one to eat a pin ever. Mm-hmm. And they get mad when people are part-time, but then they get mad when they're on TV.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. They were really, really mad that Roman Reigns was in a title match, but now we all love Roman Reigns again because he has the title, which is what exactly I literally predicted. I'm pretty sure on our prediction.
You did.
Thing.
You did predict that. So they're mad about that, and they were also, I know with your Money in the Bank comment earlier, I wanted to say, well, the IWC is going to be pissed off because LA Knight is not going to be
fucking LA Knight. He's not winning the fucking Money in the Bank. He didn't win it in fucking LA. They had it in LA. He was he was the favorite, I'm pretty sure, like when it came to like betting odds.
I think
it was in LA.
Anyway, but
fuck.
Yeah, dude, he's not gonna win that fucking briefcase ever.
No. Then we got so the open challenge, which is awesome, but we're mad about it.
Grayson Grayson Waller came
Grayson
out.
Waller got destroyed.
I mean, like, this is what we need. We need Oba. We want him to be present. You just want to see him just demolishing people. I really want to see him hit a fall from grace on Otis. That's my.
We will probably get an Otis, and he will answer soon, right?
Yeah, he's got it. Like, that. I was
Yeah.
honestly, going back to the releases,
You're
I was
about to say what
surprised
I was gonna
that
say.
none of the Alpha
Yeah.
Babes got cut.
I kind of figured they'd all get cut, but Otis. Because Maxine Dupree hasn't been on TV forever.
No.
Zawa, they hate. He's in purgatory. But yeah, he survived. They survived. Otis, actually, that's my prediction for tomorrow. He answers tomorrow night.
You know, that'd be fun. Could you? I would just him hitting a fall from grace on Otis is gonna be so fucking sweet.
Massive. Yeah. He can. I was about to say, can he do that? He can absolutely.
Oh, 100%. If he can do it to Brock Lesnar, he can do it to Otis.
Yeah.
Um,
Then we got Finn trying to get Roxy away from the Judgment Day. I don't know what the hell we're doing here. Why is Finn still stuck in Judgment Day? Fucking purgatory. I know we talked about it earlier. Why? But
I mean,
it just.
I think they're trying to set it up for like
title?
Liv and Raquel to kind of get that feud going.
You Liv and Roxanne or Liv and Raquel?
Liv and Raquel.
You think that's first?
I think yes, and then we can like have, is Roxanne gonna turn on Liv? Is she gonna stay with the Judgment Day?
So do you think Raquel turns on Liv before Roxanne does then?
Yes, and then I think
Okay.
Roxanne helps Raquel get the title from Liv.
I'm with that.
You see-
Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty, yeah. I'm
And
with that.
going on to the next thing, you know, we had a tag team match between the Judgment Day and Bailey and Lyra. This is Roxanne's hometown, so she wasn't gonna fucking lose that.
Bailey and Lyra are never going to win the tag team titles, huh?
I'm holding out hope. I'm holding out hope. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Just because of what happened on SmackDown the past couple weeks, I could see them still kind of coming in. They're my dark horse. Am I losing faith? Yes.
Why are they getting pinned by Roxanne and Raquel? Even if it's not clean, like I know Liv, I think, had a title shot on one of them, didn't they? Didn't she? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, obviously not clean, but still, why they gotta eat pins? There's another. Is there another women's tag team that could have eaten? Maybe there's not, actually.
No, not on Raw, because those two were
Not on
Raw,
Raw.
so it's like...
Yeah.
Because everybody else is over on SmackDown besides the Bellas, but it seems like they're putting the Bellas back on SmackDown.
I don't know why. So my question to you is then, what? Never mind. Fatal Influences on SmackDown. Yeah, you just said that. Okay. It just feels like, I don't know.
I think we both like Bailey and Lyra, so we don't like them getting treated like this when they deserved a title run.
Jobbers.
And they're just like, oh, it should have been Paige. It's like, why are we putting this on the Bellas? Why are we going down this storyline?
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, and then we ended the show kind of how we're probably going to end up. It seems every show, Monday and Friday, this is why this is going back to my theory of we're running as a cohesive unit.
Mm-hmm.
Is because Fatu has been on every show since WrestleMania, I think.
And they are putting him to the fucking moon?
Which makes me wonder what they're going to do, because he's losing to Roman at Backlash, right?
I am unsure, if I'm being completely honest.
Or is that where you're at with it now, too?
Because, so, this is my opinion on it. It's either going to make Roman look really good. In my opinion, there's three options. Fatu wins. Because he went Super Saiyan. Defeating Solo Sikoa and the entire MFTs fighting five people off one by himself. So to me, and the Usos are standing in the back, and then the Usos are like, oh my god, dude, Roman, he's dangerous. He's that dangerous. And then he's like, I'm gonna get you. He put him in the Tongan death grip, and Roman's like, ah.
Okay, so is that his new thing?
I think so.
Because I kind of fuck with it. I'm kind of digging the Tongan death grip.
And then he did it again this past SmackDown. We'll talk about this beef here, because then he beats Tonga Loa's ass, puts him in the Tonga death grip, beats over Solo, and he's just like, I am the new, like, tribal chief thing. So
my next question with the Tongan death grip, has he done a Swanton since he brought it out?
I'm not sure.
I bet he's done with the fucking Swanton.
Yeah.
That's a big guy swantoning.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So
yeah,
my other reason why I think Jacob might win, there's like a 25% chance of there, is apparently they have pulled Roman off of
say
all of the advertising for the
that was
summer.
gonna be my point. Yep, like very obviously pulled him.
So
But
he
with TKO being TKO, the thing they've been doing and some of the works they've been doing lately, is this just a work?
I could see it being work. I could also see it being where we might get some like bloodline shenanigans. I don't think this just ends at Backlash. I think this goes for a couple more months, and this is just the kind of the first chapter in this. Because
Okay, so I'm starting to lean your way too, because at first I thought this was just going to be a one-off Roman title defense, easy cash it in. Fatu's with the bloodline now,
mhm,
but it kind of seems like Fatu is not fucking with this bloodline energy, like
no,
even kind of.
no,
So, so is I don't think Roman just pins Fatu and he's like, all right, come to the dark side or
no.
the Jedi side, whatever the fuck it is.
And
The good
I
guys.
think we're gonna get. My other prediction is it's either Fatu pins him clean and the Usos come in, or the Usos come in and Jacob just goes full fucking Super Saiyan again.
Do you think? Okay, so first off, is there going to be a fifth match added to the Backlash card?
Yes,
There is. You
I
think so?
I think so.
Haven't they been running 4 PLE match fucking cards though?
That's only on Saturday night's main event. If you looked at like WrestlePalooza and like the other
Okay.
non Rumble and Elimination Chamber PLEs, they've been five. Like
Okay.
Clash,
Okay. Yeah,
Crown
you're
Jewel
right.
was five, WrestlePalooza was five.
And so not the ones with big demonstrative matches
Yes.
or on a Saturday night main event. There's been 5.
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason I was bringing that up is because does this turn into Bloodline rules? Because we have to have a stipulation match on this PLE card, and we have none.
I could see them announcing something tomorrow.
I'm getting the vibe that Fatu comes out tomorrow and just kills um Roman,
I'm gonna check in.
or just wipes out somebody else, and then Adam Pearce comes out and is like, "We can't do this normal match. We can't handle you. This is Bloodline rules."
Also, if you notice that we don't have any of the women's titles on this
We
card.
don't. No. I wonder if we get immediately JC Jane and Rhea.
I could see that one. I'm trying to look and see if they've announced anything on like Instagram right now. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, they got Jacob Fatu was throwing out the first pitch at Tampa Bay today.
Oh,
So
okay.
to me, like I could see them also pushing him because the way they're like displaying him, just going like fucking rah, Super Saiyan mode is just that's also what's giving me that because it's like, or do we need to? I don't think we need to reestablish that Roman's like OP again. You know?
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be a one-off, but with the way they're main eventing every show with their promos and the way I don't know, it's getting weird. But I guess that means it's good.
It is good.
If we don't know who's gonna win, it's what they're
That's
supposed to do.
yeah, that's what we want. We want to see stories where you're not you don't know what the ending's gonna be.
Exactly, like CM Punk and Finn Balor. We quite literally everybody knew.
I mean, even the announcers were just like, you gotta see CM Punk versus Roman Reigns in night two. I mean, Finn Balor could win this
Yeah,
Elimination Chamber.
it's good. I think Raw's kind of cooking right now. They've got some good stuff.
Exactly.
You look past all the releases and the sad things. There's a lot of positive things.
There is. SmackDown has actually been like kind of good too. I mean, just with like certain characters and groups. And I think we're
Going back
starting
to
to.
2 hours helps that show.
You think, because they're cutting it back down to 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think that will help out a lot because like the 3 hours have just been. Ugh, ugh.
Yeah. It started with Cody being medically cleared, which I think we kind of already knew beforehand, but yeah. Ricky Saints came out,
We talked
gave
about
him a
that.
match. It's pretty cool.
I think
You said though that they're friends.
yeah, they're friends in real life.
Okay, yeah.
So it makes sense, give him a good rub into SmackDown, kind of.
Yeah.
Ri-
Which I think was that immediate or was that later on in the night?
I think it was immediate.
Okay, and
Because,
then that's when Gunther attacked.
yes. So then Gunther came out and then was just like, okay, Gunther's here. I think that'll help out the main event scene. Because the United States
Yeah.
picture is pretty good right now. Also, with Gunther being over on SmackDown, you can explore the Ilya Dragunov and Gunther history. Because they had a hell of
True.
a match back in NXT UK. So I think that would be
Yeah.
a fun story to kind of bring back.
That's a really good point. But then rolling on to SmackDown, JC Jayden ends up pinning Charlotte Flair, which
Wild.
is crazy. Of course, it wasn't clean.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Fatal Influence helped. Alexa tried to help.
Mm-hmm.
They're outnumbered 3-2. Oh God, what are we gonna do? Well, Rhea Ripley came and saved Charlexa. So I think we're gonna get Rhea and JC at Backlash. We'll figure that out Friday.
I was thinking, honestly, we could get a multi-man match, like a 3-on-3v3
At Backlash,
at Backlash.
yeah, just to showcase all of them. Maybe I do think that this call up is going to be very JC Jane focused. I don't 100% know if her two people with her were
I
really call up ready.
One of them had only been in NXT for like 6 months.
Yeah. And so I think that this is going to be very JC Jane heavy. So I don't see Fatal Influence getting a full match at Backlash.
I don't either. I'm just trying to think. I'm looking at this card. We only have one SmackDown match, and it's a gimmick match.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, did they announce Sammy versus Trick officially?
Was that official?
Let me check.
It might have been actually.
Let me check.
Yeah,
the
I
Instagram.
think you're actually right now that we're in the middle of all this. So I
Oh
think,
yeah, no, that's
I don't know.
the official. That's the fifth match. It's Sammy versus Trick.
So you think that's gonna be? Are we getting a sixth match then? Because
I doubt
I don't.
it.
Is the Miz and Kit versus Danhausen and I don't even fucking know who. Royce Keys probably.
Royce Keys would be a fun one.
Is that gonna be more than 6 minutes? Like they gonna make is Danhausen gonna do like a full blown match?
I think he could, because then it's like
He will, I know, but
um
I'm scared I feel like they're scared to show Danhausen wrestle.
though he's already had a couple full long matches.
Yeah, but
Is
not
he?
in like a moment like this.
No, that's true. I mean, everybody loves Danhausen, so it's like he doesn't have to be there for a while either. You know, you can have an 8-minute match with Danhausen as long as you're getting some like funny, just cursing people or missing.
I don't know. I think we might get a sixth match.
Yeah,
Is Asuka and Io being the only women's match? That feels so disrespectful.
It does. It really does.
I think I'm gonna say we get Rhea and JC Jane at Backlash.
I could see that. I could also
With
see
Rhea beating her ass.
I think I could see that too.
Not a squash
No.
way, but
Okay, I think that makes sense. I'm still in the mindset we're getting that 3v3, kind of put that on because like they don't like to do. I'd say they don't treat Backlash like they used to, and there's not a lot of like title changes at Backlash anymore. It's more like
no. And I'm not saying a title change.
Okay.
There should be. I mean, there should be a women's title defender at every PLE.
I completely agree with you there.
Yeah. We won't get a. I don't think there's gonna be a. I still think Roman ends up winning. They're just making me think Jacob, and then I think Trick retains as well.
I think Trick does retain. Let's kind of move on here in our recap
Into
here.
Trick, yeah, we can go to Trick's segment really quick, which was just Sammy the Chair Zane killing the Gingerman man.
Is that because the cuck or
Yeah, yeah.
The chair.
Or
we would
killed
call
the
him Sammy
gingerbread
CC.
man. Yeah, whatever the fuck. I hate this guy. Why is everyone booing me? Stop it, guys.
He beat up a mannequin, and then everybody's just R.I.P. Gingy.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen them put the gingerbread over there, but what do I know?
What did you know, Kershaw?
Yeah, so that's a match that I'm not even really looking forward to. It'll be a good match.
It will be. I think Oh, how mad do you think everybody would be if Sammy goes over Trick?
It's very. There's no shot. I don't think. Oh god, they would be so stupid.
I'm just saying, because my question is for you with this. We got Saudi Mania coming up.
Yeah, you're thinking way too much about that too. Still,
Well, and I guess we got Crown Jewel coming up, and they announced that's going to be in Saudi Arabia. Not Crown Jewel, Night of Champions. It's King of the Ring. It's going to be in Saudi Arabia in June. So we know we're getting a Sammy match on that card.
I'll get a match. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do a title change for that.
You don't think they will? Okay.
No, I don't think that they do. Like, I know you think that he's gonna win the Rumble because of it as well. I don't. I don't think that's gonna matter. I think Sammy will have a random tag team match at Saudi Mania if that's how they get him on the card.
Oh, okay.
Or they'll just do what they did this WrestleMania that wasn't in Saudi, and they're like, "Oh, he's gonna answer this challenge," and oh, he's the champion now.
I do know
They're
Cody.
just worried about getting him on the card.
That's true. That's true. I guess Cody did call out Sammy in his promo. I think it was like this week or last week.
Yeah.
So, not that I dislike Sammy, but like trying to like predict what they're doing there. You know.
I dislike him.
I don't like him either. Like he used to be like he wasn't bad, but it's just like I don't know this like I'm the plucky underdog. I'm like, bro, you're 40 with a giant ass beard and a dad bod. Like you're not the
You
fucking
play the
underdog.
underdog gimmick different. You got to play the underdog gimmick like Cody does, where he's clearly not, but he still acts like it, but he still sells it like he is, and it's good. It's not just a pouty underdog. Sammy's just a pouty underdog.
Why don't girls like me?
Cody's an underdog because he makes himself one. Sammy's an underdog because he sucks. Is what it like the vibe to me is what it feels like. Like it's like yeah, you're the underdog because you're not winning. Like that's how I feel.
Oh god.
But we'll just get back to SmackDown real quick because I'm about to piss my pants.
All right, we got Wepa Truth beat Fraxium. We're keeping this
Another
going.
IWC issue. I don't know why the fuck they're mad about Wepa Truth having the titles. They're like, oh, with all this tag talent, this is who's going to be holding the titles, and it's like,
Oh fuck
brother,
you.
That's how tag teams happen. Like everyone loves Charlexa now. How did they start? Two random people that they put together, and everyone was mad that they put them together.
Plus, like, I feel like we got to reinvent Damian Priest's gimmick because he can't be spooky anymore.
Yeah, and him being fucking R-Truth's. I guess I don't know what he is to R-Truth, but
it's
R-Truth's keeper. I don't know, like he's just to calm him down a little bit, keep him under wraps.
And then we got Talatonga. There's too many people with the last name Tonga, and I cannot keep it.
No, that was Tongaloa.
Tongaloa got caught.
There's only one Tonga now.
Okay, he's the fucking tall one.
Yeah, and is that Tala or Tama?
I don't. He's the super fucking tall
Tonga,
one.
tall Tonga clears everybody. Looks like him and Solo are gonna go back to the tag teams if Solo doesn't go into a bloodline thing.
I don't know what you do with the MFTs and Solo besides put him back in the bloodline.
They can't be the MFTs anymore. There's only two of them, right?
I think there's three of them.
Three.
Because we got.
So there is a Tama Tonga and a Tala Tonga.
It's too. I can't keep track of them. There's too many fucking Samoans.
I don't get it. All right, I don't. They stood tall. Tonga stood tall over the Usos. I don't know where the relevancy is here, if there is relevancy, or if they're just doing shit with this.
I feel like they're just doing shit because.
I feel like it's just like stuff that they want us to make us think they're doing more bloodline things, but they're really not.
We'll see. And then we got Miz and Kit Wilson. Then they tricked Danhausen. Then they beat up Danhausen. So then tag team match. We get a mystery opponent.
Mystery opponent Hausen.
I think we don't get that revealed until Backlash.
No, that's 100% getting revealed at Backlash.
Oh yeah, like announcement.
Yeah.
I think people lose their shit.
And then, is there any other signings or anything that it could? I don't think so. I think everyone's debuted.
They did all their call-ups already.
Yeah. So I don't know. My prediction is Royce Keys.
Royce Keys, I think, would be a fun one because we'll get him kind of going to the moon a little bit more. My
Royce
predictions.
Keeshausen.
What? Keishausen.
Keeshausen. The
Keishausen.
Flits. Yeah.
My prediction's still CM Punk, but just because they're homies, and I feel like,
Oh, as the mystery partner.
yeah.
That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, because then you get like CM Punk and The Miz beefing again, be something.
That would be hilarious.
All right,
I'd
let's talk
actually would love
about this
that.
one that you were not happy with because we've already talked about Jacob Fatu going Super Saiyan. So,
The one thing I did want to say before this is Brie and Paige retained versus the Irresistible Forces.
oh, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here. This felt like a very clear cut. Let Paige have her moment, then she's going to lose the titles immediately. But I guess we're not losing the titles immediately.
I feel like since they didn't lose, they're gonna ride this out until Nikki's healed.
100%. Like, this was the very most obvious spot. Irresistible Forces should have got their titles back, and they could have.
Did they get pinned? Did they get pinned cleanly? I can't.
I don't. Was. I think. Because I remember Nia went for a. Where she drops her. The Annihilator. And something happened from there. I can't remember if it was. I don't think it was interference. I think they might have pinned them clean.
Which what the fuck do you do with the Irresistible Forces now?
Well, I mean, they'll still keep beefing with them. They'll just be a tag team. They all pin each other in
That's
the tag
true.
team division.
That's true.
Like we said, Bailey and Roxanne just got, or Bailey and Lyra just got pinned, but we still also think that they are going to be relevant. So
That's
I don't
true.
know, like. And then Fatu interfered.
Fatu and
Super Saiyan mode.
He's Goku. He is Samoan Goku now. That's gonna be.
Yeah. Do we eventually is this like a lead into since Roman did get taken off the Summer of Roman promos, which everyone thought was gonna happen, and Jacob does win. The only person I see beating Super Saiyan Jacob is Oba.
Yeah, which I mean,
but he's doing an open challenge. But I guess you can just end that whenever you want to.
I think we get Summer of Jacob Fatu, and that Oba wins the King of the Ring, takes it from Jacob SummerSlam, because then you're kind of saving Roman from just Oba.
I don't know. I thought that was going to be the big thing is Roman and Oba at SummerSlam. I think they're fucking with us.
We don't know, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think they're fucking with us by taking him off all the promos. I think Roman's going to retain here.
That's true. All right, let's do some quick Backlash predictions at Backlash, because by the time we record our next episode, it will be post-Backlash.
Which will have to be late because my brother has district golf on Monday and I'll be out of town.
Cool. No worries. We'll figure it out. All right, Seth and Braun, to me, I feel like it's a no-brainer. Braun's going to win that one.
Braun's definitely going to win this one.
Asuka and Io, I feel like Io is going to win that.
Yeah.
Because we don't have
Kyrie. I'm worried
interfere.
Asuka gets released after.
They're
not released, but I think this might be a goodbye match for Asuka is what scares me with the Kyrie release.
Mm-hmm.
I hope not.
Yeah.
And then we got the Jacob and Roman. Oh, yeah.
Let's do Miz and Kit Wilson versus Danhausen mystery opponent.
It'll be whoever Danhausen and his opponent is.
Yeah, I think
probably a 5-minute gimmick.
Kit Wilson's gonna eat so many fucking pins this year, and I love Kit Wilson.
Sammy and Trick. I think Trick retains.
I think Trick retains too, because I think he does, and then we do something then, and that's the kind of the end of that feud. And then our main event, Jacob and Roman.
Yeah, I'm gonna officially say I think Roman does just retain.
You think?
I think this gets turned into Bloodline Rules and Roman retains.
Okay. I think we get Jacob. I'm gonna drink the Kool-Aid here.
Yeah.
And say we get Super Saiyan Jacob. Or the Usos cost Jacob the match, and then that continues the feud of Roman, you didn't beat me cleanly. You had to have your bloodline,
and then they go into SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So that's our predictions. All right, everybody. We will see you all next time. And we'll figure out what we're doing this later on this week, and I will post something to our YouTube post. So be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you all next time.